back to my channel. I know it has been a hot minute and I apologize for that. I have been gone for about 2 weeks or so, but a lot has been going on with work and finals and then family members coming down. It has been a busy time, but I finally had some time today and I wanted to make a video to update you guys on the grades that I got this last quarter and all that good stuff. Did I pass? Did I fail? What has happened? So I'm here to let you guys know. If you are new to my channel, please make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. I would love to have you guys a part of this fam. Also, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. I would greatly appreciate it. And without further ado, let's jump into the video. All right, guys, so in case you're new to my channel, I am in nursing school. I'm in an accelerated program. It is an 80N program. I go to Rasmussen College. This is I don't even know which quarter I'm in, but I took my fundamentals class and my pharmacology class 2 quarters ago. So last year in October, I passed my fundamentals class, but I unfortunately failed my pharmacology class by 3 points in my test average zone, and I had to retake it this quarter again in January. So my school goes by quarters. They're 11 weeks and then we have a 2-week break. So I went to school from January and then I just finished. Today's Friday the 24th. I finished last Friday. So this is my second time taking this pharmacology course. Unfortunately, I have nobody to blame but myself. I didn't put in the amount of effort, I guess, that I should have, or I just didn't study properly, or whatever the case may have been, but I did not pass by 3 points. In my school, you need to have an average of 78 on all of your exams in order to pass the class. It doesn't matter what you have in the class. You can have an A. If you don't have a 78 average in all of your exams, you do not pass. So in that average, I missed it by, I think, 3 points, or maybe it was even 2 points. I'm not sure. So let's get into this quarter. So this quarter was easy and rough at the same time. Easy, not per se easy, but easier than it was the first time. And then rough because I already took it once and I was kind of over it by a certain point. I really do have to say that it was beneficial taking this class again, because the first time that I took it, I really didn't get the drugs that we were learning in class. And I have to say, by the second time around, I feel like I'm a freaking pro at anticholinergics and beta blockers and antihypertensives. In that sense, for me, it was greatly beneficial. And I have to say, God does everything for a reason. And I really think that he put me in this class again because he was trying to let me know you need to know this stuff. This is very important, and just kind of giving me a reality check, and I'm very grateful for it. I wish I didn't have to go through it, but I did, and I came out stronger than I did before, and for that I'm very grateful. Basically the same thing. I kind of had everything down pat from before. We had to do papers, we had to do ATI, so that wasn't anything new there. Let's get into the grades because I'm sure that's what you guys want to know. So in my pharmacology class, my final grade was an 86 point something. I can't really remember, but an 86 is a B in my class. If I would have gotten an 85, that would have been a C. I think it's a 78 to 85 is a C, and then I think it's 86 to a 92 is a B. I'm not really sure, but regardless, I got a B. So I'm super hype about that. Like I said, it was basically the same thing. We had to do ATIs, we had to do some papers and just some things in class. So it wasn't really that hard. Now, on my average of my tests, I believe I got an 82 average on my test. My first test, I got an 85. On my second test, I got an 87. And then my third test was my hardest test. I studied for that test a lot. And obviously I kind of had a general idea of what the tests were like since I did already do it before. And I studied my cards that I had, and that test was extremely hard. I did the worst on that test, and I believe I got without a curve, I literally got a 68 on that test, with the curve that we got, because obviously she has to analyze all of the tests afterwards. And after the curve and the analyzing, I believe I got like a 78, maybe an 80. I'm not really sure, but my other test grades obviously is what helped me pass that test. If I didn't get those grades, I would have been like out. And I was very nervous about it, because when I did that test, even the first question, I was like, what is this? Like, it was just very intense. All of us, my entire class, all of us together, we didn't do so well. But it was extremely hard, and I was like, oh my God, and I was super nervous. And when I saw my grade that I had got a 68, I was like, Jesus Christ. I immediately calculated all my grades. But I mean, even with the 68, I still did pass, so I was happy about that. Now, with my final, we did need to do a math quiz. Now, in pharmacology, I believe we take 3 math quizzes. You need to get at least 100 on one of them in order to pass the class. I didn't take my first one because I was absent that day because Ariana was sick. My second one, I missed one question because I was a little bit confused and I did it the wrong way. So I missed one on that one, and then we had to take one because we needed to take a ATI proctored. The day of our ATI proctored, which was on Thursday of last week, after we did that, we had to take our final math quiz. And I was super, super, super nervous. Even though I know like my conversions and all that stuff, I'm not very good at math, and sometimes things just trip me up. I did the math quiz. It was only 10 questions. I wrote all over it, circled my answers, and for the most part, I thought that I got most of them correct. But it was one that was kind of like tripping me up, and I was really, really nervous about it. I was like, oh my God. I reviewed my stuff, twice, and I passed. Because it is part of our lab in pharmacology. So if you got a U in the course, that means that you did not pass one of your math exams, and you would need to go back in and remediate it before you can start your next classes. And I passed it. So I was super happy about that. I was like confident about it, but then not so confident about it. Like, I was like, I think I got them all right, but I'm still kind of nervous. So that was really giving me like anxiety. I was like, oh my God, what if I don't pass this math quiz? Like, I'll be out of the program, this and that. And I was just really stressing out. It was a very stressful time. As you can see, like, I have this huge pimple on my freaking chin. That's how stressful it was. But I am super happy. I passed everything, and I'm just so glad to be out of pharmacology. Like, you don't know. I've been so ready for a while now to move on to my next classes. And I do graduate in December, and it feels kind of far away, but then it's like it'll be here before you know it. So I'm super excited about it. I'm so glad that I passed, and I'm just moving on to my next courses. We start again the first week of April. I believe my class is on Tuesday. I have adult 1. I have lecture at 8 a.m. and then I have lab at, I think, 12:15 until 3 o'clock. So that's good. And then I go to clinicals at hospice. I start clinicals the 5th week because you were able to pick, and I guess that's I registered a little bit late, so that's all they had available. So I start the second half of the quarter. So I believe week 5 to week 10 is when I start clinicals, which is in May. And clinicals, I believe, is 12 hours or 11 hours from like 6 in the morning to like 5 in the afternoon, not sure. But I will be going to hospice for that. So I am so happy. I'm so glad I finally passed. I'm so glad to be out of pharmacology. That is all for this video. I hope you guys are having a wonderful spring break. I will try to do a video on how I studied for pharm if you guys want to see that. Let me know any other videos that you have in mind that you would like to see from me down below. Please like this video and subscribe if you have not already. I'm trying to get my subscribers up, guys. I mean, come on. If we can get to like 3,000 by the end of next month, I will be super happy. So if you can share this with all your friends and just subscribe and all that good stuff. I am back. I have missed you guys bunches. You know, I truly do this for you guys to help you out and just for all of us to grow and get through it together, because that's, I mean, we're all going through the same thing, and I'm here to help all you guys out. So if you have any questions, leave them down below. I try to get to everybody. And yeah, I will see you guys in my next video. I love you guys bunches. Bye.